Hello, hi and welcome to a new video from Circuit Digest. In this video, we'll be designing a 3S battery pack. The battery pack will have a nominal voltage of 11.1 volt, which means that every single cell is 3.7 volts. So I'll show you how you can design your own battery pack, and we'll also attach a BMS to make the battery system safe. Now the things you require to make the battery packs are lithium ion cells, some connectors, some nickel strip and a BMS. So that's all you need to make a battery pack. The most important component in a battery pack is a lithium ion cell. Now we require a battery pack because the equipment we use have different voltage and current requirement. Apart from that, they require different amount of powers. Batteries comes in all size and shape. For the battery pack we have used cells with a nominal voltage of 3.7 volt and capacity of 1.2 ampere or 1200 milliamp hour. If you want to make a cell with higher capacity, we can use cells with different ratings or higher ratings like this cell which has a rating of 1800 milliamp hour. And if we use such cell, when cells are connected in series, the voltage increases. So for the 3S battery pack, the first thing we'll take is cells. So the most important thing to remember is that always select cells or always choose cell which have same capacity as well as same nominal voltage. So in this case, I'm using a 1800 milliamp hour cell and which has a nominal voltage of 3.7 volts. So I'll use three of those cells. The polarity of the cells are marked on the cell. So this side is negative, which is marked by a minus sign, and this side is a positive. To connect cells in series, we make sure that the positive of one cell is connected to the negative of second cell, and the positive of second cell is connected to the negative of third cell. So our battery pack this is the main terminal of a battery pack, negative terminal, and this is the positive terminal of a battery pack. So we'll make sure that we connect it like this. So the first thing we take is we take a cell spacer and put the first cell. Now since the negative part of the cell is in the bottom part, so for the second cell we'll make sure that the positive of the second cell is in the bottom side, and for the third cell we'll keep the negative of the third cell in the bottom side. So now this is how we can make a series connection. If you don't have a 3 cell spacer, you can also use a single cell spacers and connect them together. They attach like a Lego. Now after making the connections, just place them on top of the cell. So before we start spot welding, make sure that the cell is in a correct orientation. So make sure that the first cell has the positive electrode on the top, the second cell has a negative electrode on the top, and the third cell also has the positive electrode on the top. The best thing you can do is use a spot welder. But if you don't have a spot welder, you can still make a battery pack using a soldering iron. So to solder, scratch the top of the electrode and make it rough. After making it rough, take a nickel strip, make solder here and cut off the nickel strip. Now after making the connection as the circuit shown, take your BMS. In the BMS, P minus is the negative terminal, P plus is the positive terminal of the battery pack. T is for if you want to connect the temperature sensor. V plus is basically the connection from where you will connect the battery is positive, and V negative is where you will connect the battery is negative. V1 is for connecting the first battery and V2 is for connecting the second battery. So since this BMS is capable of taking up to 6 amps, so you'll have to use at least a 14 AWG wire to make your circuit safe. So after making all the connection, your BMS should look something like this. Now for connecting the terminal, for the output, we have used a XT60 connector because it can take large amount of currents. But you can choose any connector which you feel is good. And for powering up the circuit, we have used a 4-point connector. So this connector is usually used in our drones. So we have used this 4-point connector. Now checking the circuit. This is the positive and negative terminal of our battery. The output. It should be equal to the output from the battery. So this is the positive for the battery pack and this is the negative of the battery pack. So it is 11.62, which is equal to the output from our BMS. So we can say that there are no losses. Now we need to test whether the BMS is working fine or not. So we'll keep the negative on black wire and check on the first connection on V1, and it is giving us the voltage of first cell, only one cell. Now we'll put the probe on V2 to see voltage of first two cells, that is 7.74 volt. So our BMS is working fine. Now we can also measure the current of our BMS. So after changing the probe to read the current. Although you should avoid doing this because most of the multimeters are rated for 10 amps or 20 amps, and this battery pack can give more than that. So, but just to show that this battery pack is capable of providing currents north of 25 or 20-25 amps, so we'll just put it for a brief moment of time. So our multimeter is set to show current in amps, and I'll just connect the probes in the output of the BMS for a very brief moment. As you can see that the current was north of 24 amps. It was around 23-24 amps. That is the amount of current our battery pack can provide. Now testing the BMS. So this is the positive wire and this is the negative wire, and when I make the connection, the bulb should glow. So as you can see, the bulb is glowing. So that's all about the battery pack, and you can design your own battery pack. To know more about the battery pack and how to design a different configuration, just go through the documentation, which you can find by clicking on the link below. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new.